making more yakisoba. Yes, she is. I was surprised. When Gonda-san came to the store, I soon told him about Rimmo-chan. You'd understand too if you'd heard of Gonda-san. I asked them to bring Rimmo-chan with him to tomorrow's meeting too, so I'd love for you to hear. It seems he meant criminal. Even though he cursed him, Gonda-san did seem to acknowledge criminal. Speaking of which, what does Kurumura think of Gonda-san's bass? If he hates him, then maybe he doesn't really listen to Gonda-san much. And a terrible part of me stands here, wishing that that were the case. Because it's aggravating to me. I'll make the special Gonda-san hot death sauce yakisoba. Already done. I put the freshly done yakisoba on the plate and handed it to him. It was the usual Gonda-san special. I think it's amazing that he can eat something that spicy. The sight referred to Gonda-san's job. It sounds like he's doing manual labor, but Gonda-san rarely talks about himself, so I don't know for sure. Okay, teru bozu. They're little ghost-looking cloths that people hang on their windowsills to hope that it rains or it's sunny. That's pretty much how it goes. It's something that little kids do. It's a little tradition. Oh well. You just type that in, you'd see it on Google Images. I don't know. That's the best I can do to describe it. Please do. If Gonda-san approved of her, we're set. And if that's the case, I want to have Rimmo-chan's as our drummer, by all means. No, I was already thinking of nothing but Rimmo-chan's drums. My ears and my body already remember that rhythm that they heard. I wanted her to play with us no matter what. I wanted her to stand on stage, and Kaguya-san too. In no time at all, the image of our band was molding itself in my head. Yayoi-chan and me on guitar, Gonda-san on bass, Rimmo-chan on drums, and Kaguya-san as our vocalist. I could already see the sight of the 5 of us standing on stage clearly in my head. I'm sure that image was the closest to my ideal. In order to make it a reality, I first need to get Rimmo-chan in our drummer. To be our drummer, I mean. I don't know if Rimmo-chan will actually accept easily, but I have to make her want to somehow. But she's the kind of girl who you never know what she's thinking. However, Rimmo-chan didn't show up for the next day. She disappeared again. Apparently, she wandered off and disappeared somewhere again. That's what you said, man. She really was a restless girl. Do I have to be bowed up and down to each one of us? It was a bit sad to see that she had already had it down into a pattern. I'm sure she's had to bow her head like this for Rimmo-chan's sake for a long time now. More importantly, let's try and find her. As we continued to look for her, it grew dark. However, we still hadn't found Rimmo-chan. Her mother was very worried too. But too much time had passed if she was just wandering around. Oh, maybe she did. How about it? Will you go check back home? It sounded like she was trying to convince herself, but she couldn't avoid a worry. Everyone froze at the amulet siren. We didn't think it could be, but that didn't stop the bad thoughts. Of course she is. That's why she was chasing a cat. Thank you, Ryuji. That was very appropriate. Please don't say anything bad. Tamano-san and the others were pale with worry.
とにかく家に戻ってみてください。こっちはもう少し探してみますから。
はい、お願いします。家に帰っていたらすぐ連絡しますので。
Just as Tamano-san was about to leave, yay!
みんな何してんの？
Rimo-chan suddenly showed up.
リムちゃん、無事だったのかい。
Tamano-san and her mother ran over to her. However, Rimo-chan was dumbfounded.
何これ？どうしたの？
どうしたのじゃないわよ。一体今までどこに行ってたの？
なんでそんな怒鳴るの？
Rimo-chan couldn't understand why her mother was angry. It was plain to see she was furious, though.
あなたが勝手なことばかりしてみんなに迷惑かけるからでしょ。
Rimo-chan struck back her mother's shrill voice.
まあまあ、そんなに頭ごなしに言わなくても。とにかく見つかってよかったじゃないか。なんでもなかったんだから。でもリムちゃん、一体どこに行って？
Rimo-chan spotted Cremona and raised her voice. With that clueless behavior, Rimo-chan's mother finally snapped.
リム、いい加減にしなさい!
Oh! Slap in the face! A high-pitched sound of her slap rung out. Her mother had struck her cheek hard. Oh, it is sad. Look at her. She's so sad. Rimo-chan stood dumbfounded, unable to realize what just happened. She looked like a soulless doll.
いい加減にしなさい。みんながどれだけ心配してくれたと思ってるの。
She was in tears. Even Rimo-chan started to react to her mother.
ママ。
自分のことだけじゃなくて、もうちょっと周りの人のことも考えなさい。
なんでリムが怒られるのかわかんないよ。
However, Rimo-chan argued against her mother. Her mother's lips trembled.
リム！
リム、悪いことしてないもん。
あなたって怖い！
Her mother raised her hand again, but Tamano-san stopped her.
まあまあ、二人とも喧嘩しないで。
Tamano-san said gently, then looked down at Rimo-chan. His gaze was kind.
リムちゃんも一言ちゃんと謝ったらどうだい？お母さん、とても心配してたんだよ。
おじさんは関係ないじゃん。入ってこないでよ。リム！
Rimo-chan cringed as she got yelled at.
もういいよ。ママのバカ！
Oh no. Rimo-chan suddenly ran off.
リムちゃん！
I'll go. Let's go get her, guys! Rimo-chan was near the beach. Gosh dang it, the stupid button! I don't know how I managed to click it. She sat down on the sand, staring out in the dark sea. Thank goodness I found you so soon. I was worried I wouldn't find you again. I sat next to her as I called out. Rimo-chan continued to look at the sea without budging. Does your cheek hurt?
ジンジンする。
She did slap you hard. It might swell up later.
なんでリムがあんなに怒られるの？
Rimo-chan looked at me. She really didn't understand. I'm sure it's because you wandered off somewhere. Everyone was looking for you, worried about you.
そんなの知らないよ。リムはただトイレに入ってただけなのに。
Bathroom. The bathroom?
トイレはトイレだよ。ライブハウスの自販機でジュース買って飲んだら、なんでか急にお腹が痛くなったんだよ。
Oh, that makes sense. She drank the freaking nasty vending machine crap.
だから家に帰ってトイレに行ってたんだよ。ライブハウスのトイレ、ウォシュレットじゃないんだもん。
A washlet in their bathroom. I guess the washlet's the little crouching ones. You drank juice from the vending machine. In that case, she wouldn't be able to get out of the bathroom for a while. I could feel the pain from that day once again. Still, a lot of people have been sacrificed to that vending machine. Maybe we should change the contents next time.
トイレ入ってただけでなんで怒られんの？
Rimmo-chan's twisted her lips in a frown. If that was the case, then why didn't he just tell them?
だってリムの話なんてママ聞いてくれなかったじゃん。
That's true. This time could be called a disaster. Because of what happened before, her mother was quite agitated today, it seemed. I did sympathize with Rimmo-chan's today's events. But it's also true that her unusual conduct brought this trouble upon her. Maybe today's events happened because they were meant to.
もういいや。めんどくさくなった。
Rimmo-chan laid back, spread out in the sand. What's a bother?
ママはあの人と結婚したいからリムのことが邪魔になったんでしょ。だからリムを家から追い出そうとしてるんだよ。
No.
なんかもういいや。
You don't care. Don't say that. Your mother doesn't think you're in the way. And you like your mother too. Right, Rimmo-chan?
ママは怒ってばっかりだから嫌い。パパは優しかったのにな。
What about Tamano-san? Tamano-san's kind too, right? What's wrong with him?
おじさんはパパじゃないし。
She must have really loved her father. And then memories made, and even Roy's here. I don't know what that means.
よし、決めた。ママが結婚するならリムは一人で暮らす。
You say that, but you're still a student, right? What are you going to do about a place to live? Rimmo-chan stood up quickly. She looked at me with the blazing eyes.
菅賞のとこに住む。
Yeah! Huh? My place.
あそこなら部屋いっぱい余ってるもんね。ドラムもあるし。
Drums. No. There aren't rooms to live in.
なんでもいいよ。寝られれば。
But those rooms are expensive. They cost 600 yen an hour for personal practice. So for a whole day, that's 14,400 yen. And 14,400 yen a night, you're paying for the city hotel.
菅賞って金持ちなの？
No, I'm a live-in worker.
じゃあリムもそれだ。おお、かっこいいじゃん。
I like where this is going. Rimmo-chan's already rummaging through my room. Please don't move things around too much.
パンツ発見。
Hey, come on. Don't put them on your head. I took them away from her. Jeez, I can't let my eyes off you.
もうケチ。
Underwear isn't meant to go on your head. Behave yourself a little. The more I talked with Rimmo-chan, the more I started sounding like her father. Still, even though we got permission from her parents, was it really alright for me to let a young girl stay in my room? I told Tamano-san and her mother it was probably best for both of them to spend some time apart and cool their heads, so they gave permission to her and stay here. If they had that much trust in me, I couldn't betray it.
何葛藤してるのよ。私もいるんだから妙なことはさせないって。私もいるし。
Oh god. You can't see me right now, but I'm here face palming myself. Like, man. Yes, Kanade and Chikup-chan both ended up staying here as well. Of course, it was to keep an eye on me. By the way, Master was down in his hip pain.
妙な気にならないうちに早く寝るのよ。
I know that Rimmo-chan, your bed will be... She passed out already. Huh? Just as I thought I heard some snoring, I saw Rimmo-chan sleeping on the sofa already.
もう寝ちゃってる。子供ね。子供っていうかペットか。小動物系ね。
Even Chika-chan's calling her that. But she really did act like that.
寝てると可愛いね。鼻がピクピクしてる。
You're right. She looked like an angel as if she slept. But she was actually a huge troublemaker.
じゃあ私はこっちのソファー使うね。
Chika-chan quickly secured her place to sleep. Then where do I sleep?
大丈夫。夏だから風邪ひかないわよ。
That's not an answer. The sofa was stolen by Rumo-chan and Chika-chan, leaving only the one futon on the floor.
一緒に布団で寝る
No!
子供の時よくしたよね
No! I want to sleep with Rumo-chan. I don't want to sleep with Kanade. When we were kids, yeah, but it wouldn't be good now, right? Neither of us were kids anymore.
でもお布団一枚しかないし
Oh, piss. Why? Choices. Why? It can be helped. It can't be helped.